Okay, last two things I forgot before I show you how to mix the paints. You'll need water, and it's really best if you use it with a dropper so that you can control the amount of water that actually, that goes into the paint. This is why my shirt looks like this. Wear clothes that you don't want getting dirty. And then also, it's not mandatory, but what they recommend is some sort of torch. So I've just got a barbecue lighter. I like the ones that are more like a butane torch, if you can see that. And in fact, I actually have a fancy dancy little heat gun that I use for, it's meant for embossing. So I'll use that instead because it's got a little bit of airflow to it as well. You can see my hands are already filthy. Okay, so the texture that you're looking for is basically thick cream. Yeah, thick cream. So this is how the Artist Loft stuff comes out of the bottle. It's very, very thick. And I got very frustrated when I was first learning how to do this, learning how to mix this one. So I'll show you this, and then I'll show you the texture on these ones, and then I'll stop the video. So what I have found with this is that you need to add the water in slowly. So I'm probably gonna add like 2 of these, and then mix it in until it's totally mixed. You probably need to almost double the volume with water. The problem is if you put all that water in at the beginning, it's not going to get absorbed in, and you'll get as frustrated as me. You'll have lumps and that kind of thing. So I'm just putting another 2 in there. So again, the largest amount of a single color that you're going to want is the base color of either black or white. It actually is, I'm not sure the mechanics of it or the chemistry of it, but generally speaking, the white and the black actually sink down more. And that's what you're gonna want, that will create kind of the base, and then the colors will come through. So you can see it's still really quite thick. I'll put another couple in here. I think I've talked to you about doing this before, and I started doing this because I don't have perfectionistic tendencies, and I was really, when I started doing art, I was really concerned about making things look right. And you can't control what the paint does very well in this kind of technique. So what you can do is choose the colors, and you hope the colors kind of come through in the way that you're expecting them to. But it's interesting, again, like certain colors come through much more strongly than you would expect, even like based on the amount of volume. They're not equal, they have different weights. All right, we're almost there with this. And this is a small canvas, so I'm gonna have a bit more paint than I really need. See that? It's still, like, you kind of want it to like be a continuous flow. So it's not quite there yet. And you also start getting used to kind of the weight of it in your hand, if that makes sense, like as it's coming off of the, in this case it's like a tongue depressor almost. All right, see how it's got that really nice, almost constant flow? I'm gonna do one more bit of water thing. You also have to be careful not to put too much water in, so if you make it too liquidy, the paint will actually crack as it dries. So, see that nice like table cream. Okay. Now I will show you with one of these deco art. So I've got this, I'm down to some weird colors too. I've got this pink neon, and we'll put some of that in. For this volume of canvas, it's not a very big canvas. You probably only need like half a cup of paint. It's better to have too much paint than too little, because you can't really go back. Oops. So I am just going to put probably a small amount of all the colors. See my hands. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's just like that much in there. And this one is almost like the texture of glue. So it probably can do with 3 or 4 things of water. I'll just start with, oopsie, I'll start with 2, because again, you can't take the water out once you put it in there. But this one is a lot easier to mix in. Oh, maybe too is gonna be fun. No, not quite. It's funny because like all of a sudden it feels like it kind of mixes properly. Alright. No, see, not quite. Like it really needs to look like a consistent stream. Yeah, see? Consistent stream or constant stream coming off like that. Yeah. So that, I would say that's maybe a tiny bit more water. This one. And I think we're done with that one. Yeah, that's probably good. So I'm going to turn off the camera now and I will do the other colors and I'll be back.